Hey everybody, it's Pastor Brian. Welcome to today's episode, and today we have a special treat for you. We are honored to have Bruce Owens, who is our NDI, Nazarene Discipleship International Director here at the church. We're going to talk about all things discipleship and even throw a little bit about the car show in September in there. So stay tuned. Let's go. Bruce Owens. Bruce, this is our third time being on a podcast together.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. And this is the best looking one too. Look at us.
Well, we're aging well, I guess.
Well, you are. I don't know about me, but we're moving on up. We're wearing headphones and we got some microphones that are right up in our face. And we are here along with the greatest podcast producer in the world, Joey Calico. You can't see him,
Joey,
but we can see him. Bruce, thanks for being here. Hey,
Sure.
We're going to start off a little more unconventional because you're not a by the book guy. You let it go. You're a thinker, Renaissance man, visionary, right? But we're going to play some quick questions. Are your favorite color?
Sure. Blue.
Favorite dinner?
Pizza.
What do you put on your pizza?
Anything. Well, not anything, but most things.
That's a broad answer. Anything.
It is.
Okay, so like you put socks.
No anchovies.
No anchovy. That's
Yeah.
good. What's your best vacation destination?
Oh, Hawaii probably was the best. Yep. Spent a few times there. Yep.
Oh, nice. Favorite book of the Bible?
Probably Acts. Acts, how the church was created. Sure.
Okay. Favorite car?
Well, it's going to have to be a GM product.
Speaking of being narrow,
Maybe a Bel Air.
a Bel Air.
Yeah.
Did you ever have one?
Oh, 57.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you bet.
Nice. Your favorite wife's name?
Janet.
Of course, it's Janet. Yes, that's it. We're going to stop this game before I get in
I
trouble
think we
now.
should.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So tell us about yourself, Bruce.
Well, I'm Bruce Owens. Actually, my first name's Raymond. A lot of people don't know that.
I found that out our last go around.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I'm 72 years old, and I've lived in the Clare area all my life. Actually, we live in Farwell right now, Jan and I, and have two kids, Valerie and Tyler. So I've been raised Methodist as a youngster. Shortly after I kind of got out on my own, I started looking for different organizations to attend as far as church goes. And we've landed at a couple different spots. We've been here at the Nazarene Church for about 32 years.
Nice.
And absolutely love it. Absolutely love it, yeah.
And it loves you too.
Well, that's
You
good.
and-
Yeah.
You and Jan are fantastic parts of the body here for sure. Give us, we should have had Jan come on here with you for sure, but I don't know, is she camera shy?
No, not at all.
Okay. She runs our cafe. We should have
She
her on
does.
here
Yeah.
because that's a ministry.
It is.
And
Actually, it's going really well, too.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a buzz out
You
there.
take cookies and coffee out of the mix, and it'd be tough.
I mean, the drawing power, it gets pretty thin at that point, right? But
Right.
she does a great job. That whole remodeling, we'll have to have her come on and talk about that. That's a great. Joey talked about that in the promo the other day. It was like you come in, it's like a tailgate party, when you come in.
Yeah.
So you and Jane have been married how long?
Oh, my word.
Sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions today.
92. We were married in 92, so you have to do the math.
I thought you were going to say 92 years. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. Well, see, a lot. Yeah, 34,
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I guess. Yeah. So you hadn't been married very long when you showed up here.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys have lived. Now, you take us into your background, your career, what you've done with your life.
Well, actually, I worked out of school. I started working right in Clare at a place called Weltronic. It's where Rogers Stage Right is now. And I worked there for about 10 years. They made welding controls for the automotive industry.
Okay.
So I worked in the engineering department there. And they decided to relocate back down to Novi. They came up from Southfield, went back to Novi area. And I tried the big city living out, and it just wasn't me. And so I decided to get another job. So I got a job at Dow Chemical in Midland. Okay. So I retired out of there after about 38 years. And the last 5 years in retirement. So, yeah. Engineering, once again, an engineering field.
Engineering. Okay. All right. What kind of, is there anything?
Instrument, electrical, and analytical is what I did at Dow Chemical.
We got a genius in among us here, Joey. Did you hear that? That's some serious stuff, man. What's your favorite part of that job? Did you have an area that you, in all those 3 areas of engineering, is there one that just really?
I don't know if there's one that really stood out to me as a favorite. The analytical was something that was pretty unique, where you analyze the processes within Dow. They analyze all kinds of things when a process is being done.
Yeah.
So that was the analytical portion of how I did things. But instrumentation too was another way that they monitored temperatures and hot and cold and sensitivities and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you're telling me you have an analytical thinking ability?
You could maybe say that.
Yeah, it kind of sounds that way.
I don't know if I want to advertise that.
Well, you just did. It's happening right now. So that's good though, because God gave us a brain.
Sure.
We should probably use it. They say we only use like what genius uses. Is it 10 or 11% of your brain? Something like that. I don't know. Joey, how much of your brain do you use?
I think like a 0.2.
I'm below that. I'm below that. Think about that part. So we come into, now you've been a part of the church. What's some of the things that you've done around the church in your time that here? You've covered a lot of ground, I think, haven't you?
Well, I've covered some ground. I think in the past 7 years, I've been much more prevalent as to finding my calling here. We can all get relaxed and just go along with the flow and just attend church.
Yeah.
And I did that for a number of years for various reasons. And but over the past 7-8 years, I've really started to dig in and find my place within the church. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you're doing that. And I think a big part of your gifting, and I think where your heart is at, is drawing people in.
Sure.
Evangelism, you could say, pretty much covers that ground, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And now you're in our NDI, which used to be SDMI, which used to have, we've changed the name over the years quite a bit.
Correct.
But discipleship is at the heart of it. And that's guiding people in their faith, leading people to faith, all the above. So everybody in the church is going to have a spot in that. So you're our director of NDI. What's that?
Yes.
Tell me what that entails for you.
Well, what that entails is anywhere from 7th grade on up through adulthood. We run a number of classes here at the church on Sunday mornings, and some run other times as well. But my role is to make sure that we have people in the spots from middle school to high school to adult age, and classes available for those that want to attend. It's also my position, I take it as encouraging people to step out and find a class to fit into so that they make a connection here at church. I have been somebody that just attended church, slid in right as church was starting, slid out right when church was over. We've all done that at certain times in our life. And until you really get involved in some kind of class or interaction with other people, that's when your spiritual faith can really start to soar, is because you're feeling like you're connected, rather than just coming to church. Yep.
And do you think everybody's different, and so you're in your position, you're trying to find ways to reach each of those levels,
make people connected within a discipleship program of some sort. Correct. Yep. So. There's a number of, I think we have a middle school class that goes on Sunday mornings. We have a high school class that goes on. 2 great programs where we have tremendous teachers. And then we have a variety of adult classes as well. You're as a teacher there, Brian. And I think we presently have 4 classes going on. It varies. Sometimes it's 5 or 6 depending on subject matters. Mm-hmm. But there's always at least 4 classes that are running that adults have the choice to get involved with. Some are during the early morning service times, and some run during the later 11 o'clock hour as well. So there's a lot of opportunity for folks to get involved, and it's my job to try to make those things available to people and let them know that they're available. Yeah.
And you do a great job. You are great at publicizing that on the Facebook page and on the the in-house announcements. And now we're going to take it a step further with this.
Sure.
So it'll be the more the merrier when it comes to that. And I like that we've got something for everybody. We've added. You got Bible 101. We've had going here with the basics for some of the younger folks straight out of our Amish community. A lot of them have been doing that here lately. So I love how we're out of the box thinking with that. Because you said something earlier that I want to touch back on. Somebody that let's talk to the person that's just, hey, I want to come. So when they come in the door, we're looking at it. Okay, that's good. You made the decision to come and you're here. Now, what's that fine line of following them home and say, come back, and not being stalker-like and not being too far off? Where do you get that fine line into saying, okay, how do we reach them and let them know we're here without being in the way?
Well, they have to have the desire, number one. I mean, you can present something to people, which I do, present the opportunity for folks to join us in a class, and some take it and some don't. And those that don't might take it up 6 months from now, right? So it just depends on where they're at in their spiritual walk. But I'm not one that's pushy at all. I just make it available to people. And you can always get the information at the welcome desk at the church here in the main foyer, where they have all the classes kind of listed and the subject matters of those classes as well. So, I'm not much of a stalker, but...
You're not. No. I don't think you'd be sitting here if you were. You might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then when you look at people, maybe don't even understand yet that they need a class, right?
Right. And most people, myself included, Jan and I taught kindergarten for a lot of years here at the church. She was the teacher. I was the bouncer. So
Hey, every kindergarten class needs a bouncer.
You need a bouncer and someone that teases the kids, and that was my job.
You're well suited for that.
Kids love me for it. Anyways, so when we kind of got out of that for various reasons, we decided that we'll start attending a class.
Yeah.
So that was our first experience here of attending an adult class, because we did this kindergarten stuff for close to 20 years, I think. So once we started doing that, we recognized the value in getting to know people. And that's really where I'd love to see people take advantage of it. Even if you try it and don't like it, at least take the opportunity to get to know other people, hear other people's comments in class, maybe a gathering outside of class as well, like a luncheon or something like that, where you can really connect with other people. And that makes a world of difference, I think.
Well, we need to gather together, and it's not only in worship, it's in outside of that, obviously.
Right.
And I like how we have classes going on during each service too, depending on your schedule. And if you like the subject matter, you can still switch. And if it's during a different service than what you attend, you still have a service you can go to.
Yep.
Or if on that Sunday, it depends on what you got going on.
Right.
How do you come up with I know you pray. We're going to just take for granted. Some people say, well, you didn't mention prayer. We're just taking for granted that we all do that a lot every day, right? When you're thinking about classes and what to offer and things like that, are you watching and seeing, hey, we got maybe some younger families are starting to come more, or maybe this or that? What do you go by when we're coming up with ideas?
Well, in most cases, people come to me with ideas.
Oh, that's good.
I would say that's probably most the case. And maybe it's like yourself, you want to start a class or you want to take on this subject matter. That's how I normally gather ideas. We do have, outside of the normal classes, we'll run finance classes that help people with finances. And we also do a love and logic class periodically. I think once or twice a year we'll do that. And that helps guide people through the journey of raising kids. Right. And that's really important. I mean, some of the stuff just is real simple, common sense child rearing, right?
Yeah.
So, but most of the other classes are classes where people have, had this burden on their heart to want to take on a subject matter or a book out of the Bible and that kind of thing, So, I know my class is a very interactive class. Your class is a very interactive class where you're not just listening to somebody talk for, an hour. It's actually going back and forth, and we're getting ideas and thoughts that other people have too. And that kind of draws the class in together, right?
Right.
And they can learn from each other, basically, right? Now, there are unique times where you got to kind of get the ball back around, where you started. But that's just all part of a class.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I appreciate about our church, and then the classes we do have to offer. There's something for everybody.
Sure.
And then you got those seasonal ones that come around then too, so that's really good. And then coming up with, and in the fellowship part too, your class, you have a gathering. Is that once a year or every once in a while?
We do a summer picnic, and we had to move it inside this year at the church. And we also do a fall feast where we invite the people over our class. I run anywhere from 25 to 30 as an average. And so it's taking it into the home just kind of creates more of a, family or atmosphere.
Yeah.
And so it makes it a lot better. But yeah, we do some special things in addition to just having a class. We do stuff outside.
And a lot of things fall under NDI too, right? I mean, usually really that's the biggest basket we've got in the Church of the Nazarene as far as that, because men, women, NYI, teens, all that kind of stuff falls under that because we all are disciples.
Sure.
Once we become that way. So there's a lot of things. I don't know how quick you can paint a broad brush over all the things that we have, because it's not only classes during church. We've got the small groups that go on too. That's another arm. But kind of give us a capsule look at for all the ages. You talked about the class on Sunday for the young kids.
Yes. Don Field heads up the younger ones, sixth grade on down. And small groups, things of that nature. Scotty does that.
Yep.
Yep. So there's certain areas that you just mentioned that I don't oversee, but the classes on campus during the week are what I oversee. Correct. Yep. Seventh grade on up. So in most cases, I'm not really very involved. If you have the right people in the right spots, or the God led them to that location to do that work, then there's not much to do, right? I mean, things are going really well.
Yeah.
I don't know other areas. We have men's groups and women's groups. Those are kind of headed up by those individuals that do that. That doesn't really fall under my category.
Gotcha. But when you look at the overall look, I think within the church, the capital C church, the denomination goes, NDI just kind of seems pretty broad, because you'll see all the categories that fall under that. But then we got good people doing those things too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You're gifted in a lot of ways, and so one of them, and my biggest thing, is just how level-headed you are. You're calm and cool, and more cool than anything else. But you're calm too.
About that.
But you're a great leader. I think people follow you very easily because you're not a micromanager. But we also know you're in charge. So that's a unique gifting that God's given you. And you've taken that because your desire is to have people not just show up, but be a part of everything. And we'll talk more leading into September about this.
Sure.
But tell me how the car show fits into discipleship, because it 100% does.
I think it really does. I had a burden about 5 years ago to start a car show here on the property. And the desire was just to get people that love cars together. That was the thrust of it. I've been to a number of car shows in the past where sometimes just a really long day, and you're just kind of sitting there baking in the sun. But what we've done here is we've created an atmosphere, a big family atmosphere, where we have a lot of interaction and singers and stuff outside of cars as well. Craft fair, a lot of things going on. So it was really my desire to do this and just take it as it goes.
Yeah.
Get people on the property and let them see us. And we've had a number of people that have decided to call Clare Church and Nazarene their home based on the car show. They came as a car guy, and then all of a sudden, hey, we like this place, and this is now our church home as well. So I think that's pretty cool.
I had a family talking to me the other day, coming here. They've started to come, and the dad came in second in the hot dog eating contest. And I said, we don't do that every Sunday now,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he was laughing. He thought that was fantastic. And his wife was talking about how everybody, because you had the shirts on, so we couldn't hide,
Right.
Everybody that was part of the show was so kind and helpful. That's great.
Yeah, it is great.
And
It
it's
is
not
great.
like you're
Sends
tricking
a
anybody.
message.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
And your heart behind that, like I said, when we'll have a full blown car show episode because that's a ministry, and that's year round for Bruce Owens.
Yeah, I think about it. Well, it's the way my brain works, Brian. I mean, I'd like to shut it off sometimes, but I can't. It's just there.
It's okay. That means it's working. It's good that your brain's working.
Yeah.
So it's well attended, and it's county wide,
Right.
and, regional wide. People
Right.
come from all over the place. I get people that came in that saw me that didn't even know that I went here. And they go, "What are
okay.
you doing here?" I go,
Okay.
"I might ask you the same question," but it's a net that draws them
Sure.
all in.
Sure.
So when we get into discipleship, then we're all on this journey together. What do you tell the person that maybe is thinking, I might like to get into class, but I just want to sit there. I don't want to be held out in the open, or I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this and this.
Oh,
and I get
absolutely.
into class, that means they've got me. What do you want to tell them if they're thinking about it? How can you ease their mind?
I would suggest you talk to your teacher about that. I have one individual that attends my class weekly, and he says, if you ever call on me, I'm gone.
Mm.
Well, I got that message.
Yeah. Loud
You're
and
not
clear.
getting called on.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I grew up as a student in school, always wanting to sit in the back.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing right now, I couldn't have done in my younger life. I just never had that confidence, never had the, the willpower or whatever. I was just content to sit back. And people are like that. We're all different, right?
Yeah.
So, if they're shy, I call it shyness. If they're shy, that's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
But as they attend, they'll probably get a little more vocal.
Yeah.
And take a step of faith. And I encourage my class to step out of their comfort zone quite often.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you goof up, you goof up. But you got to try something new. I say, don't listen to the butterflies in your stomach. Listen to the God that's calling you to do something.
Amen.
Because
That's beautiful.
your stomach will screw you up every time.
That's never a good barometer at all, is it?
Oh,
no,
heavens
absolutely.
no. Heavens
Then
no. I'm just so
nothing.
nervous about stuff. Just give it a shot. Yeah.
There would be no inventions. There would be no furthering of things. Our lives, we'd still be, living in tents.
Yeah.
Just drinking
absolutely.
pond water probably.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. I like that. That's very good. And I think that drives you
Sure.
in everything that you're doing.
Sure. It pushes me out of my comfort zone at times.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that need is definitely there for people to love the word, because the world is definitely. I was in the middle of saying this, I think, and then one of our cameras went on strike. But I think we've got to sign a contract to last the rest of the day here, right? So if something looked weird, other than my chair looking weird, which is normal, the world today, the misrepresentation of the word has always been there. Satan did it in the Garden of Eden, so
Sure.
we know. But today, what's the need for us to tell the word the way it is in spirit and in truth is gigantic.
I think it is too. And I'm really confident in all our adult classes, even the middle school and high school, that things are getting properly taught in our church. I'm really grateful that we're a church that doesn't, I got to be careful what I say here, that doesn't massage the gospel or change it to get into a woke environment, but we're a church that stands pretty firm on our scriptures, and I'm really happy with who we're at in that area.
We got great teachers and a great leader and a great God. So it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you spend time with him every day in prayer, he's going to tell you how it is. That doesn't mean we're the Louisville Slugger Church of the Nazarene either, beating people over the head. The Holy Spirit will do the work when we just put our hearts out there, right?
Sure.
I'll close with this because that's what I've kind of started asking people when I get to this level, and I think it's a pretty good question. So you, what is God really telling Bruce Owens today? What's he telling you lately?
Well, you could say it's kind of maybe a canned answer, but I need to look at my life and make sure that the God is pleased with my actions and my desires, my motives. And I do stress this quite often in my class, that we just need to make sure that we're on the road that God wants us on, because it's very easy to get detoured.
Yeah.
It's very easy to fall off the ship sometimes, and He's always there for us to pick us up and get us on track again. But there is an effort, a huge effort, we as individuals, as Christians, need to make in our spiritual growth. It's not God just doing it for us. We have a responsibility here, and I try to take my responsibility pretty serious.
Amen.
Yeah.
He's a rewarder of them that search for him diligently.
Sure. There you go.
We know that, don't we, for sure. And we give him that opportunity here at Clare Nazarene. So I'm thankful for that. Bruce, thank you for who you are and what you do. And you and Jan together are a great team, and we're honored to have you here at the church.
Thanks.
If anybody wants to teach a class, what do they do?
See me.
If anybody wants to find out what class to go to, what do they do?
See me.
If anybody needs a loan,
See Brian.
yeah, there you go. That's even better. Thank you very much.
All right.
And I'll direct you to Bruce. No,
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for being here, and thanks for what you do.
You bet. Thank you, Brian.
Hey there, my name is Brianna. Just want to say thanks for tuning in to the ClareCast podcast. I just wanted to give you the weekly announcements for the Clare Church of Nazarene. We have the Quotes of Love. They meet every second and fourth Tuesday of the month from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they're located at UL7. So for our weekly events on Mondays at 8:30, we've got Women's Prayer Group in UL2. Also at 8:30, we have the Men's Coffee and CEN foyers downstairs. Wednesdays at 5:30, we got Pickleball, located in the FLC. Wednesdays at 6:30, we have Prayer Group in LL1. Thursdays at 9 a.m., we have the Warriors Bible Recap CEN foyer. And then each first Friday of each month, we have the ladies meeting over at the Doherty Hotel, starting at 9 a.m. Last but not least, we've got our 5th annual CCN Car Show and Craft Show coming up. It's going to be located here right over at the Clare Church of Nazarene. That'll be taking place on 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make sure you stop by and check out all the cool cars and all the crafts that we've got going on. We'd love to see you there. If you'd like to register your car for the Classic Car Show, we'll be holding registration from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and that's going to be costing $20. So we'd love for you to come along and join the fun. And that concludes all. My name is Brianna, and thank you so much for joining in, and that's all of our weekly announcements. God bless.